need to be running Naxx 10 every week in Wrath of the Lich King. It's the most fun raid in Phase 1, and it's one of the best ways to gear up your characters. We'll talk about why you should run Naxx 10, the best raid comps for it, and all of the awesome loot you can get.
You are not prepared!
First off, the 10-man raid is just easier and more fun. 10-man Naxx is considered normal, while the 25-man version is a bit more challenging, almost like a heroic mode. 10-man Naxx means shorter fights, less raid damage, and easier clears. Now that's Papa Jerome. You don't want to get stuck on Gluth for 6 hours. Plus, with the new health and damage buffs, bosses like Patchwork 25-man will have almost 17 million health, and that's a lot. The next reason you should be running Naxxramas 10 is the free loot. One big 10-man drop is the Tier 7 tokens, which turn into Tier 7 armor. The Naxx 25 versions only have slightly higher stats, and the set bonuses do count for each other. That means that a warrior tank that wants the 4-piece, 3-second shield wall increase can get it from mixing and matching pieces. Plus, most of the Naxx 10 gear isn't that much different than 25-man raids. Hammer of Astral Plane, for example, is basically the same as Torch of Holy Fire, minus a little bit of spell power, while Wand of the Archlich is arguably the best in slot wand for priests. And there are plenty of placeholder items like Medallion of the Disgraced as you wait in line for that Saffron quest drop. Before we talk about the big change that makes Naxx 10 way better, my internet just disconnected again. Hit the like button to restart my router, and hit the subscription button and the notification bell at the same time to call my ISP for another technician to come out. Another huge reason to run Naxx 10 is the Emblems of Valor. Blizzard has confirmed that they're changing Emblems of Valor to drop from the 10-man version at launch as well. So what does that mean for you? Even by running Naxx 10, you can slowly work towards BIS armor and PvP gear. 10-man players won't be falling behind on the badge grind anymore. Naxx 10 is just so efficient to run. It has lots of gear that will be upgrades while you work through buffed Naxx 25. This is the perfect raid to split up your guild to gear your squad faster. You can even pug Naxx 10 with minimal issues since it's easier than Naxx 25. But there are still some challenging areas in Naxx 10, so make sure to get at least some solid pre-bis gear first. And did someone say Naxx 10 GDKPs? No? Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's talk some Naxx 10 raid comps. Most 10-mans will have a Prot Paladin and a DK or a Feral Tank. Plus, don't forget your Holy Paladin and your Disc Priest. Dual Spec is very useful here since you can swap a tank to DPS or a DPS to heal as needed. I've linked 2 very strong raid comps in the description below. Just make sure not to class stack too much since you want to maximize loot per person. So now you know all the reasons to run Naxx 10. It's going to be such a fun and relaxing way to get some BIS loot. Would you like to see a video on why Naxx 25 will be one of the best raids in Wrath? Let me know and I'll get that video out as soon as possible. If you like this video, check out my Wrath of the Lich King Naxx gear priority list. It'll give you a great idea of who should get what loot first.